This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. Welcome to the discussion. Today, we're diving into a fascinating paper exploring the global landscape of academic guidelines for generative AI and LLMs. It's a rapidly evolving field, and this research offers a timely snapshot of how universities worldwide are grappling with these powerful new tools.
Absolutely. The speed of development in this area is breathtaking. Universities are scrambling to keep up, and the guidelines reflect a wide range of approaches, from outright bans to more nuanced strategies.
Right? And that's precisely what makes this research so compelling. It's not just about the technology itself, but also the ethical and pedagogical considerations that come with it.
Exactly. The potential benefits are enormous, but so are the risks. We're talking about the integrity of academic work, equitable access to technology, and the potential for misinformation.
So let's start with the methodology. The researchers surveyed 80 university-level guidelines. What was their approach to selecting those guidelines?
Their selection process was quite rigorous. They aimed for a diverse global representation, including top-ranked universities from 6 continents. They also considered different types of universities, humanities, technology, public, and private row to capture a broad spectrum of perspectives. The key categorization criteria were geographical location and operational level, university versus departmental.
I see. That's crucial for understanding the influence of regional factors, legal frameworks, and cultural contexts on guideline development. And the operational level helps to understand how guidelines are implemented in practice.
Precisely. They also focused on universities with official guidelines, excluding those without to ensure the credibility of their analysis. If a university lacked guidelines, they carefully selected a replacement based on similar criteria.
And how did they analyze the data beyond simply counting the number of guidelines?
They employed a sophisticated text mining approach. This involved tokenization, stop word removal, stemming, and lemmatization to clean and normalize the text data. Then they used TF-IDF to assess the importance of words within each guideline, and K-means clustering to identify patterns and themes.
So they move beyond simple keyword counts to uncover deeper semantic relationships within the guidelines. That's a very robust approach. Let's move on to the qualitative findings. What were some of the major themes that emerged?
The study revealed a spectrum of reactions to GAI and LLMs in academia. Some directives emphasized the potential benefits, collaborative creativity, increased access to education, and empowerment of educators and students.
Right. And what were some of the concerns?
Concerns centered around bias and fairness, privacy violations, unequal access, and the risk of misinformation. There was also apprehension about over-reliance on AI, potentially undermining critical thinking and collaboration.
So a cautious optimism, it seems. Did the researchers find any national directives that outright banned the use of these technologies?
No, not beyond countries that have broader restrictions on AI access. However, many directives urged caution and emphasized the need for responsible use.
Let's delve into the university-level guidelines. The paper provides a comprehensive table listing guidelines from various universities across the globe. What were some of the key takeaways from this analysis?
The university guidelines reflected many of the same themes as the national directives. A strong emphasis was placed on responsibility and safety, navigating ethical complexities, balancing innovation and integrity, ensuring truth in AI outputs, and fostering pedagogical innovation.
Can you elaborate on the emphasis on responsibility and safety?
Universities stressed the importance of transparency, protecting confidential data, and acknowledging the limitations of AI. They emphasize the need for students to understand citation expectations and address any factual errors generated by AI tools.
And what about the ethical complexities?
Universities highlighted concerns about bias, fairness, and accessibility. They stressed the need for critical evaluation of AI-generated content and ensuring equitable access to technology.
How did the guidelines address the balance between innovation and integrity?
Many prohibited unauthorized AI use for generating academic work, but also recognized the potential benefits of AI for tasks like brainstorming or editing. Some universities explored alternative assessment methods to mitigate potential misuse.
What strategies did universities employ to ensure the truthfulness of AI outputs and address misinformation risks?
They recommended critical review and verification of AI-generated content, fact-checking, and fostering skepticism among users. The importance of transparent and accountable AI models was also highlighted.
How did the guidelines promote pedagogical innovation and AI literacy?
They emphasized the need for AI literacy among both students and educators, advocating for professional development programs to help educators effectively integrate AI into their teaching.
The paper also discusses collaborative creativity and the empowerment of educators and students. What do the guidelines say about these aspects?
The guidelines recognize the potential of AI as a tool for co-creation and co-authoring, assisting with tasks like content creation, editing, and research. They also emphasize the importance of empowering educators and students to use AI responsibly and effectively.
The study also included a quantitative analysis using text mining. What were the key findings from this analysis?
The quantitative analysis complemented the qualitative findings. Frequency analysis of keywords and key concepts across the 9 major themes revealed variations in emphasis. For example, while privacy was frequently mentioned, disclosure received less attention, highlighting an area needing further development in future guidelines.
That's interesting. Were there any other significant discrepancies between the frequency of keywords and the qualitative themes?
Yes, several. For instance, human-centric usage was less emphasized than ethical considerations, and alternative assessment methods were less discussed than integrity. This suggests areas where guidelines could be strengthened. The concept of democratization of AI access was also underrepresented.
Right. The discussion then moves to a synthesis of the quantitative and qualitative findings. What were the key takeaways from this synthesis?
The synthesis highlighted the need for a more nuanced approach to AI integration in academia. It emphasized the importance of balancing traditional pedagogical methods with the potential benefits of AI, acknowledging the inherent paradox of preparing students for an AI-driven future while also fostering critical thinking skills.
The paper also discusses the human in the loop versus machine in the loop approaches to decision making. What's the difference?
Human in the loop implies human oversight and intervention in AI processes, while machine in the loop suggests AI providing evidence for and against decisions rather than making recommendations. The paper argues that machine in the loop or evaluative AI might be more beneficial in some educational contexts.
I see. The paper also touches on the complexities of fairness, equality, equity, and access. How are these concepts intertwined in the context of AI in education?
The paper highlights the challenge of defining and achieving fairness in AI applications. It discusses the tension between equal outcomes and equitable outcomes. The issue of bridging the digital divide is also addressed, noting that access to AI technology is not uniformly distributed.
The paper concludes with a discussion of cautious optimism regarding AI policies in academia. What does that mean?
It means that while acknowledging the potential risks, universities are largely open to the responsible use of AI in education. The paper suggests that fears of harm may be overstated, but cautions against over-reliance on AI for high-stakes assessments.
What are the key concluding remarks and future directions suggested by the researchers?
The researchers call for a balanced approach, emphasizing responsible innovation, ethical practices, and continuous research to evaluate the impact of AI on student learning and teaching practices. They highlight the need for more nuanced guidelines tailored to specific disciplines and contexts, moving away from a one-size-fits-all approach. They also stress the importance of collaboration among stakeholders and evidence-based decision-making.
So the integration of AI in academia is a complex undertaking, requiring careful consideration of both the opportunities and the challenges.
Absolutely. It's a journey that requires ongoing dialogue, collaboration, and a commitment to ethical and responsible innovation.
This discussion has been incredibly insightful. Thank you for sharing your expertise.
My pleasure.
The paper's findings underscore the need for ongoing research and thoughtful policy development to ensure that AI is integrated into education in a way that benefits all students and upholds the highest standards of academic integrity.
Precisely. The potential is immense, but responsible implementation is paramount.
That was a great discussion. Thank you for your time.